Black history is everybody's history because as members of the human race, we're all interconnected. So what affects one culture affects all of us. If people learn about their past and their history and the rich accomplishments of their ancestors, or travels or explorations or scientific accomplishments, all of these things, the knowledge of all of those will empower us to achieve even greater things in the future.
What is so important about educating students and everyone in general about Black history?
People tend to view Black history as a separate thing from American history when it's actually, it should be included, because if there were no Black people here in America, like, none of this would have even happened.
To let everyone know, let everyone be aware of what Black people have done in history, how far we have come, and how great we really are. It'll really break the stereotypes that are here about Black people, and it'll give Black people the actual idea that they know they're great and they are capable of greatness.
From a teaching perspective, you need to have a working understanding and knowledge of Black history and Black culture to teach at a school like this, because the students who go to this school, they associate with that Black culture, you see what I'm saying? So in order for you to understand your students, you need to understand their background.
We've contributed so much to the world, and we've made it prosper and advance in so many different ways.
What is so great about going to a school that is so educated about social issues?
What I think is significant about going to a school that's so woke about like social issues or whatever is because it allows like intellectual conversation. Because like when you're in a school with ignorant people who don't know much, then you're kind of limited to what you can converse about with. But with like an intellectual school or whatever, there's like different ideas and solutions that people come up with.
When you're in a room and you're talking on a certain subject, and it's like you can say something and somebody can like piggyback off of it. So like it's just like a good feeling to know that when you're about to say something, you already know someone's gonna have something to say that relates or like makes you think. Like it just is good. It helps to make you think outside of the box.
We have like an internal drive to learn more and educate ourselves. And because of the place we live in Atlanta, like I guess since there's like different types of people who live here, like we just kind of get to expose ourselves to different kinds of cultures, etc., different issues that other schools wouldn't have the opportunity to have because of where they live and the people that go there.
Students here have an opportunity to discuss things, talk about things, and just really be themselves.
It's a beautiful thing, and I think it elevates the level of discussion you can have, and those who may not be as aware, they quickly get brought into discussions because their peers are interested in things that may be beyond what they've been exposed to or heard or seen on the news. It's certainly beyond social media what most of you guys bring to the table. I think you really do, for the most part, have a great expanded awareness and consciousness about social issues.
I'm Victoria Armstrong Mensah.
My name is Luca Berger.
My name is Aubrey.
I'm Kyle. I'm a stop motion filmmaker.
I'm a creative writer.
I am a visual artist.
I'm a painter, oboist, and I'm a young black artist.
And I'm a young black artist.
And I am a young black artist.
And I'm a young black artist.
If I had to choose my favorite black artist, I would say Jean-Michel Basquiat, who is Haitian contemporary artist in the 80s, and I really love the way that he uses words in his paintings as almost like poetry almost.
My favorite artist is Action Hank Beard, and I really like his art because it's very poppy, and then he has these markers, Copic markers that I really like, and he uses them very well.
So I think when you say that black artists need other black artists,
it means that if you see someone else doing it and they're successful, that will inspire you to be realize that you can do it too.
It's hard enough being an artist, but being black and an artist, there's automatically a barrier set that's almost impossible to get over. So if you were fortunate enough to make it over that barrier, I think the quote saying that you don't forget that there's people that are trying to get to where you are, and you need to help them, support them.
Visual art, black or not, doesn't get a lot of attention, or it's always there, but maybe doesn't get as much appreciation. So I think, if you get into minorities or smaller categories of visual art, it's even more difficult to kind of discover it. So it's kind of serendipitous. You just kind of find it, without even trying. So there's lots of artists that I follow on Instagram or find online, like Tumblr, places like that.
You just kind of come along those kind of things as you're just researching your craft more and more. So I don't really think it comes from Googling black people into this or whatever. It just kind of comes from naturally finding out about more and more people in your craft or in your field, whatever you want to do.
So black artists, I guess, in my life, since I'm biracial and I live only with my mom, my parents are separated, and I guess so seeing black art or art made by black people about or of black people, gives me it's like a window into the lives of people who look like me that don't necessarily have the same experiences as I do.
Just showing other black artists and other people that it's not impossible to be the next John Green or George Lucas. It's not impossible to reach to those heights that just seem like it's just so far away. They're really just inspiration.
Yeah, I think it's the artists of the world's responsibility to point out the things that maybe the rest of us aren't really, tuned in to see.
Nothing's perfect, nothing's certain, nothing's quite stable or the way that it should be all the time, but that's okay. And I guess what art really does is it's a comfort for those feelings. Validates how you feel about that.
Amelia, Malik, Where? Here. Hand up, okay. Holland? Here. All right, thank you.
Where do we go from here?
Our teachers knew that they wanted us to visit Birmingham, but they had no idea how to make it happen. With the help of the PTSA and the incredible Baker Donaldson law firm, all the buses were paid for, and we were treated extremely well. When we arrived at the law firm, we had no idea what we were in for.
Baby, I know you love me. Make me strong. Don't make me weak. Give me that candy. Play with my mind.
While we were at the law firm, during the time while we were eating, I decided to get up and I was like, hey guys, let's take a picture. And many people were very open to it. And considering the fact that we all come from a school with a background that in the 1950s was segregated, and now today, we all come together as people, white, black, Hispanic, and every other race. It's just a wonderful thing that we can all take a picture together.
After we ate, we decided to sing America the Beautiful. I remember after we sang, this one woman said, wow, she started crying. And she said, wow, that's what I envision America as. And what she meant by that statement was she saw people from different ethnicities and cultures standing up there and singing.
At the law firm, when we looked outside the windows, I could imagine the marches, and I could see the people in the streets.
Going to the Institute, it was a really eye-opening experience, and it shed light how, yes, it was a long time ago in a way, but also there has been change, but it hasn't been as much as it needs to be.
To be young, gifted, and black.
Now let me say this, the thing that we are challenged to do is to keep this movement moving. There is power in unity and there's power in numbers. As long as we keep moving like we are moving, the power structure of Birmingham will have to give in. And we are probably nearer to a solution of this problem than we are able to realize. Keep this movement going, keep this movement rolling, in spite of the difficulties, and we're gonna have a few more difficulties. Keep climbing, keep moving. If you can't fly, run. If you can't run, walk. If you can't walk, crawl. But by all means, keep moving.
We're in a school where it's a magnet program and we are very diverse, and just to, as a class, go to a place where it was segregated and we wouldn't be able to have that kind of education and to see the differences between the classrooms. And even with the law firm, we saw white people, we saw black people, and that just showed, and we were able to come in all together, and they helped us look at our history and see how without that we wouldn't be able to sit here now or even go in a place to learn about one another.